Here, Sabres Cloud City, and welcome on in to another special little episode I have for you guys today. Another first impressions video. Now, I've never played Pillars of Eternity. I've never really seen anything on it. I noticed it was on Game Pass, and we're gonna check it out with Avowed coming out, or have been. I think it's been out for like what, maybe like 2 weeks, I want to say 2 weeks. Let me check that. Just Avowed release date. I don't even think it's been 2 weeks yet. Okay, February 18th. Let's see. Yeah, it's literally been out for a week and a half. So, with Avowed being that new and everything that I've been seeing during the live streams, and there's apparently a lot of Pillars of Eternity lore in it, and I've never played this. I've never even given it an attempt. Nothing like that. So what these first impressions, what these I'm going to start doing with these videos is I'm going to do a first impressions on games that I haven't played, I haven't really seen much of, and that's going to dictate on if I eventually cover it. So it will, if I enjoy it, if I'm having a blast, it will get onto a list that will be to be covered later. So let's go ahead, let's check out our options here. Class updates, continue movement on engagement, AoE target assist. Okay, so auto pause, center on party member graphics, show damage to party. I don't know. Let's just run it, see what happens. Okay, easy. Difficulty requires minimal micromanagement and easily forgives mistakes in combat. It is strongly recommended for those who are new or recently returning to real-time party-based RPGs. Normal difficulty requires strategy and efficiency, but forgives a few mistakes in combat. It is not recommended for newcomers. Okay, so let's just go on easy because like it's been a while since I've played anything. Like I haven't even finished Baldur's Gate 3. So, but I think that's what this plays like. I think it plays like Baldur's Gate 3, so we'll see. I'll probably just run this as like a 45 minutes to an hour episode.
Their master glancing ever upward to the skies for assurance that he is on the right course. A dim lantern, his only protection against the encroaching darkness. But the skies bring no comfort, shining no light, betraying no hint of what they know. The caravan carries travelers bound for the frontier hamlet of Gilded Vale, you among them, where a local lord has offered land and wealth to settlers from abroad looking for a fresh start. You have taken suddenly ill, sweating and shivering, and one of the other travelers signals for the caravan master to stop on your behalf. He pulls up just in time to avoid plowing into the trunk of a fallen tree that bars the way ahead. You will go no further tonight.
Okay, so Pillars of Eternity, the complete edition, takes about 79 hours to beat if you do main plus extra. If you do just main story, it takes 33 hours. If you do completionist, it's 107. Now, Pillars of Eternity 2 Deadfire, we're looking at 42.5 hours main story, 65 hours main plus extra, and 97.5 for completionist. Okay, so now let me give. I should really start doing this with like my first impression videos. It's actually not a bad idea. Let me pull this up on Steam. I originally was gonna play it on my PC, but then I was like, yeah, well, you know, I'm trying to hit that 100,000 gamer score, so I'll just play it on PC. So let's pull this up. Store page. Okay, so Pillars of Pillars of Eternity. Prepare to be enchanted by a world where the choices you make and the paths you choose shape your destiny. Obsidian Entertainment, the developer of Fallout New Vegas and South Park: The Stick of Truth, together with Paradox Interactive, is proud to present Pillars of Eternity. very positive reviews, and that of all time 15,610 recent reviews, very positive of 150. This was released almost 10, damn dude, almost 10 years ago. Wow. Let's see. Prepare to be enchanted by a world where the choices you make and the paths you choose shape your destiny. Blah blah blah. We already read that. Recapture the deep sense of exploration, the joy of a pulsating adventure, and the thrill of leading your own band of companions across a new fantasy realm and into the depths of monster-infested dungeons in search of lost treasures and ancient mysteries. So gather your party, venture forth, and embrace adventure as you delve into a realm of wonder, nostalgia, and the excitement of classic RPGs with Obsidian's Pillars of Eternity. Play as any one of the 6 races: human, Amua, dwarf, elf, godlike, and Orlin. Hey, godlike, that was from that's an avowed. Utilize 5 core skills to overcome any situation: stealth, athletics, lore, mechanics, and survival. Deep character customization. Build the character as one of 11 classes such as barbarian, Chanter, Cypher, Druid, Fighter, Monk, Paladin, Priest, Ranger, Rogue, and Wizard. Side with various factions using a reputation system where your actions and choices have far-reaching consequences. So, I mean, it sounds like it would be like right the fuck up my alley. Like, right. Oh, dude, it sounds good. Okay, here we are. I normally make waifus, but with this, I mean, it's gonna be top. I think it looked like it was gonna be top down. So should we just make? No, let's do female. We'll stick with making the waifu. Elf. Oh, elf hands down, right? No. Oh man. Okay. The mighty Amua, no largest. Okay, hold on. Humans commonly called folk are the most common race in the Deerwood. How do you say this? Deerwood. The Ader Empire, Old Valia, and the Valian Republics. I've heard all of this through Avowed, though not as large as the towering Amua. Humans are known for their strength and willpower. Resolve +1, might +1. The mighty Amua are the largest of the Kith races and are commonly found in or near oceans. Though not truly aquatic, they have an affinity for water, and many of their civilizations, such as Rautai, are based on naval dominance. They are known for their unparalleled strength. Might +2. By virtue of land covered in number of colonies settled, dwarves are the most well-traveled race in the world. They are commonly found in the Deerwood and the Valian Republics, and almost any colonized land. Dwarves are known for their great strength and tenacity. Might +2, dexterity -1, constitution +1. Elves are the dominant race in the higher Golan Foth, and the white that wins are extremely common in the Deerwood and Adir. Elves are known for their speed and intelligence, as well as commonly isolationist nature, dexterity, and perception. Orlins are the smallest of the Kith races, though many cultures don't consider them to be civilized at all. Also notable for their large ears, two-toned skin, and hirsute bodies. Orlins are commonly found in Air Glanfeth, the I don't even know how to say this, Zamtil Plains, and parts of the Deerwood. They are known for their mental intensity and sharp senses. Resolve +1, might -1, perception +2. Godlike. This is what we are in Avowed. The godlike are children of the Kith, civilized races who have been blessed with physical aspects associated with the gods. Though some do not consider it a blessing, these aspects may take many forms and often come with mystical powers. Apparent head shapes are typical, and godlike are unable to wear protective headgear, as it is near impossible to find anything that fits. Because of their unusual nature and their inability to reproduce, godlike are often viewed with fear and wonder. Dexterity and intellect. Ooh, intellect. I think I'm gonna go with elf. Let's go with elf. Okay, we got Wood Elf and we got Pale Elf. Okay, Wood Elves trace their beginnings far north of the present day Deer and have migrated south throughout the forest of the continent, now covering it all the way south across the equator. They are also believed to have migrated across the sea to Ire Glenfoth, while physiologically identical to one another. Wood elves from a deer are culturally different from those in Ire Glenfoth and consider themselves wholly different groups. Distant advantage against any enemy that is more than 4 meters away. Wood elves gain bonus to accuracy, deflection, and reflex. It is unclear exactly how long ago the Pale Elves came to the southern polar regions of the world, but they have lived there for at least 12,000 years. Based on their continuous contact with Amua traders, they appear to be among the most stationary ethnic groups in the known world, migrating within the polar region, but seldom venturing forth or far north. They are rare in all northern lands, and most people consider them exotic, if they have seen one at all. Elemental endurance. All Pale Elves have increased burn and freeze damage reductions. That's it. I was hoping elves would have like some like badass like... I would assume they would have had like some badass like spells. Okay, let's see, what do we got? Death's Usher. When Death Godlike attack an enemy with 25% or less endurance, the damage is increased. Battle Forged. When reduced below 50% endurance, Fire Godlike glow like a metal, and Forge gaining damage reduction and dealing a small amount of fire damage to any creature who hits them in melee. Bro, if I go Fire Godlike, bro, that looks crazy. Okay, Moon Godlike. Silvertide. Every encounter when reduced below 75%, 50%, 25% endurance, Moon Godlike generate waves of healing moonlight that restores endurance to them and their allies. Wellspring of Life grants a bonus to might, constitution, and dexterity when endurance is below 50%. Dude, these godlikes sound nuts. Hey, Fighting Spirit. Okay, that's all the same for humans. Once per encounter, 5 seconds after being reduced below 50% endurance, folk temporarily gain bonuses to accuracy and damage. Towering Physique. Coastal gain bonuses to defend against prone and stun effects. Armed to the Teeth. All island Amua gain an additional weapon set. Yo. Mountain Dwarf. Hale and Hardy. Mountain Dwarves have a bonus to defend against poison and disease attacks. World Dwarves gain plus 15 accuracy against any creature of the wild era of the primordial types. When attacking any target that is also targeted by a teammate, Arth Orlands convert some of their hits into crits. Resolve. After being subjected to a will attack, Wild Orlands temporarily gain a bonus to all defenses. Okay, so let's just stick with my plan. We'll Pale Elf. Okay, Barbarian, Brutes, Madmen, Berserkers, city-dwelling people often use the term Barbarian with a dose of disrespect. Okay, Carnage. When Barbarians hit with melee attacks, they automatically make reduced damage attacks at all other enemies within a short distance of the target. That sounds pretty good. Ooh, Paladin. I always love Paladins. Faith and Conviction. Paladins have an inherent bonus to all their defenses. Over the course of the game, the value of this bonus may shift based on the reputations Paladin gains relative to their behaviors that are preferred by his or her order. So plus 2 athletics, plus 1 lore. Endurance 42 plus 14. Very high health. 5 endurance high. Accuracy 25 plus 3. Very high. Deflection high. Priest. Holy Radiance generates a modest amount of endurance for all allies around the priest. Any enemy vessel caught in the area take burn damage and may be frightened. Over the course of the game, the power of this ability may shift based on the reputations the priest gains relative to the behaviors that are preferred by his or her deity. Chanter. All chanters can continuously speak chants made up of magical phrases. Phrases produce passive effects and help build a chanter's power until they can use an invocation. Cipher. Ciphers can directly target allies and enemies with powerful soul-focused effects. These powers cost focus, which ciphers build through the use of their soul whip. Ranger, obviously. Oh, you get animal companion. Druid. Starting ability, Spirit Shift. All druids have mastered one animalistic form. These forms give the druid strong melee abilities and granted additional power while the druid is shifted. Druids have access to a variety of offensive and some support-oriented spells. Every 2 levels, druid automatically gain access to an additional set of spells. Initially, their spells can be cast a limited amount of times per rest. As druid gains power, their weaker spells eventually shift to per encounter use. Rogue. Sneak attack applies bonus damage to the rogue's ranged and melee weapon attacks when the target has any of the following afflictions: blinded, flanked, hobbled, paralyzed, petrified, prone, stuck, stunned, or weakened. It also applies to any target the rogue strikes with a weapon within the first 2 seconds of combat. Yeah, so rogues can be pretty fucking nasty in these games. You just go into sneak, have a bow. I mean, that's how I was doing it with Baldur's Gate 3. Dude, I kind of want to do rogue. Fighter, constant recovery fighters continually regenerate endurance and are at a modest rate during combat. Wizard, this is what I was thinking. Arcane Assault, mid-range attack that hits a small area for raw damage and can leave targets dazed. Wizards have access to a variety of offensive and personal defense spells. Unlike priests and druids, wizards learn individual spells that they store in and cast directly from their grimoires. Grimoires can only hold 4 spells of each spell level, which motivates wizards to keep multiple grimoires for different needs. Every 2 levels, wizards gain access to an additional set of spells. However, they can automatically learn 1 spell of any level they can access each time they advance. Wizards also have the option of learning spells from grimoires they find or buy. Initially, their spells can be cast a limited number of times per rest. As wizards gain power, their weaker spells eventually shift to per encounter use. And Monk. Transcendent Suffering. When monks have no weapons equipped, their unarmed attacks are exceptionally powerful, continue to increase in damage as they gain levels. Oh, wizard or rogue. Let's go rogue. I always go spellcaster. Blinding Strike, Crippling Strike. So I choose one of these. Blinding Strike, a dirty attack that makes the opponents unable to see, inflicts extra damage, and blinds the target. 1 per encounter, speed average, target blinded for 10 seconds, accuracy versus reflex. The rogue attacks his or her enemy's ability to move around efficiently, inflicting extra damage to and hobbling any enemy successfully hit. 2 per encounter. Making them blind. Then again, affecting how much they move. We'll go with crippling. Oh damn, they give me a lot of points. So is this what it shows me what I focus on? So gold is like highly recommended for rogue. So +1 from elf, which gives me 11. Recommended for rogue, recommended for rogue. Resolve reflects a character's internal drive, determination, fearlessness, the emotional intensity they can project to others. It could be useful for mental intimidation, leadership, and convincing performances. Combat, it helps characters maintain concentration and contributes to the will and deflection defenses. Make myself a tanky rogue. Give me a lot of points, dude. Oh, 19 is the highest I can get it. Okay. Well, I don't want it to be... I don't want odd number. I fucking hate odd numbers. Whatever. Culture. Resolve +1. Ooh, here we go. Deadfire Archipelago. That gives me my dex to +1. Oh, it also affects what I wear. The Living Lands, that's where we were. The game, and whatever you want to call it. We get a spear with this? I'd say just go this. Get dex to 20. Background. Lore +2. I'm not even reading this. I should probably read it. Dude, it's 21 minutes. I haven't even played it yet. The Adir Empire is currently the largest and most powerful force in this part of the world. Oh wait, let's read the one I'm okay. Consisting of the nation of Nastak, dozens of Amua settlements, and hundreds of lawless, pirate-infested islands that stretch along the southern sea. Deadfire is home to Boral dwarves, Amua, and a mixed variety of other races. Deadfire Archipelago is the last stop for anyone heading east. A multitude of monstrous sea creatures infest the ocean beyond, making travel virtually impossible. That sounds pretty cool, actually. Okay, so this gives me lore, survival, athletics, mechanics, lore, mechanics, athletics, survival, athletics, stealth. Should probably go stealth. Athletics, lore, stealth, survival, stealth, mechanics. Okay, you never quite fit in no matter where you go. Each new town is just a place to rest briefly before moving on to the next. You are more comfortable on the road traveling the world. Hunter, you live for the thrill of the chase, whether for glory or for sustenance. You have made your living taking the lives of wild creatures. Athletics, lore, blade, and battle is your way of life. You survive. You solve your problems by pulling out your weapon and applying force. You spent your life on the wrong side of the law. What you want, you take, and what was theirs has a tendency to become yours, bro. Yes. You find the siren call of the horizon irresistible. You cannot help but wonder what lies beyond the next hill or wave, and you've built your life around finding out. Your life has been spent in the study of your craft. You trained and prepared, hoping to hone your skills and apply your trade. Athletics, mechanics. You traded goods from all over the world, pairing items with buyers of all kinds. You know, never known freedom, shackles and chains have bound your existence, and someone has told you what to do your entire life. We're gonna go Raider. We take what we want. I zoom in? No? Head 2. 19's not too bad. 21's crazy. 21's crazy. Absolutely not 1 or 2 or 3 or 4 or 5. 6 or 7. 8, hell no. 9, hell no. 10's not bad. It's ponytail. You know, guys know you boys are sucker for ponytails. We are gonna have feisty.
Eh? I've got this. Ah! Keeping an eye out. Just say the word. Watch and learn. Nyah! My eyes are peeled.
You guys already know. Even though she's normally my mage name. Ooh, wait, no. Let's do my rogue name. I always have to Google it because I always spell it wrong. So no. "26 minutes in, we finally see game." The caravan master finishes addressing the group, his bushy red mustache and sagging jowls quivering as if for emphasis.
Everybody stays close to the wagons, got it? Stay out of the woods, and beasts take you if you were planning a stroll through those ruins up there.
He nods toward a looming black mass of the hills on the hillside.
Whole area's crawling with hut-dwelling types who'd be happy to stick an axe in you for trespassing. So mind that you don't track mud on their sacred blazing rocks. Tonight, everybody stays put, and in the morning we'll get the path cleared. Gilded Vale's less than a day out. Understood?
At last, the caravan master turns to you, frowning as he looks you over.
Touch of the rumbling rot, could be. There's a stinging beetle round here, carries it. You'll be fine once it passes your innards, unless you don't drink water, course, which case you'll be dead in a day. There's a berry grows in these parts, small and pink, called a springberry, about the size of a fingernail. Give you cramps if you eat it, but the frontiersmen make a tea from it. Calms the insides. Should get you through the night. You might check around, see if you can find some. Meanwhile, I'll see if we can scare you up some water. I know you want to hunt before it gets much darker, but see about refilling our water first. Got a sick one here.
He nods in your direction. Sparkful nods and slides the worn bow over his shoulder. Okay. Where would I find these berries? What are those ruins? Is it dangerous out there? What are these huge rocks coming out of the ground?
They grow on a bush that's common round here, kind of funny looking. You'll know it when you see it. Doubt you'd have to go far off the road to find one. Nothing you won't see on half the hills of Air Glonfoth. Money to be made selling
it was
their
kinda
knickknacks
close.
in Defiance Bay if you don't mind getting stuck with Glonfoth and arrows now and again. They didn't build them, but I'll be the effigy if they don't watch them like a mother bear. Of course, all the ones around here have been ransacked 10 times over. Got nothing left worth half a pond, so I hear. Got different names for them. Settlers called them Ingwithans. Nobody that liked them enough to stop them becoming ruins, tell you that much. Not if you hurry about your business. And not if the weather holds up. This time of year, rain mostly, and wind. But there's a different kind of wind out here time to time. Locals call it a beawick, born out of the ether.
A what?
The
Beawick?
spirit's path. Never seen it myself, never care to.
What are these huge rocks coming up out of the ground?
They don't got Audra where you come from?
Oh,
Well, it just
Audra.
grows up out of the ground like this. Goes deep like tree roots. Some of it all the way to the heart of the world, you believe the stories. It's more like a shell than a proper rock. Easier to work if you're a mason. Got all kinds of strange properties. Seems to have some kind of life of its own. Dies if it gets dug up. Loses its luster. Folks think it probably grew at one point or another, but not these days. The Soul Butchers in Defiance Bay. Hold on. Take someone with you. I know you're not some helpless tenderfoot, not like most of this lot. But you drop dead, I don't want to be looking for the body. Got a schedule to keep.
He scans over the travelers, resting his eyes at length on a sturdy armor-clad woman who has spent the journey's nights sleeping on uneven ground without blanket or pillow.
Kalisha. Kalisha!
The woman looks up on her own time. She needs to find some spring berries. Watch that she doesn't drop dead.
No promises.
What kind of guide says something like that?
And no shit.
Kind you can afford.
Don't listen to her. You're in good hands. And I pay too well, if anything. Off with you. Hayden should have supplies. See that you're equipped before you head out. We're in harsh country. Get your berries and hurry back. And if you get so much as a tickle of wind, you drop everything and you run. Something in the air tonight. If it's a Beawick, we'll shelter in the ruins. Hut dwellers be damned.
You heard the man. Let's get going before you keel over.
Okay. So what am I doing? He said something about stocking up. He did, didn't he? She's got a fucking flame axe.
Anyone need supplies? I've got sundries for sale. Brought a whole wagon full of goods to sell, but not enough. Say, is there anything you need?
Great sword. I would prefer just health potions. No? Okay. Wait, do I have a bow? How do I pull up inventory? Okay, left trigger. Okay, so I don't. I just have these. I want to buy a bow.
Something else you need?
Do I need to buy arrows too?
Something else you...
Or is... Should probably buy those too. Never mind. Shouldn't have bought the bow. Okay, so I can... Oh, wow. Okay, so yeah, it's got D-pad. Looks like it moves the camera back and in. I'll probably just play it all the way in. Pressing left bumper or right bumper lets you quickly cycle through your party members. Select all party members at once. Hit left bumper, right bumper at the same time.
I'll have your water soon enough. Stream's not going anywhere.
And that's word.
Let's check by those outcroppings.
combat entry has been added to the tutorials. In combat, the reticle is used to control your characters. It is brought up automatically. Move it with left stick and give characters an order by pressing A. Outside combat, the reticle is brought up by pressing Y. It's useful for traversing longer distance, especially in areas you've already explored.
This is it.
Oh, damn, that's as far as I had to go. No offense, but I've known my share of dangerous people and you remind me of them. I've been known to liberate certain underappreciated valuables from their owners' homes. You wouldn't have wanted to run into me at sea. We boarded and plundered ships. I was a highwayman in my whole life. How is it that you happened here? I crossed some of my shipmates. They forced me off the boat. I barely survived. Eventually, government started sending their ships after us, and we went down. Let's just say I'm no longer in my captain's good graces. That isn't your business. No offense, but you probably had that coming. They say that gods see that each man gets his due. Don't know if I believe that, but they do seem to have gotten the better of you. Calicia breathes in her surroundings. Been a long time since I've been this way, but I always did like it. Lord Radrick's offer makes a girl think. I'll give him that. You here to settle like the rest of the lot? It's a hard offer to pass up. No, I'm just passing through. I hadn't given it much thought. No harm in that. Might as well see the place first. So you must have some other plan in mind for coming this way. I hope to meet someone and fall in love. Probably the same things as I did before. Just looking for some adventure, really. Getting into trouble, I expect. I'm going to find some new friends. I have no idea what I'm going to do next. We should hook up with an expedition. Some of the bigger towns send regular groups out to unexplored places, as long as you don't mind a little danger. Anyway, I'm wasting time here. Odoma will give me an earful. Let's be on our way. Why are you here? Tell me about yourself. What can you tell me about Deerwood? Calicia sighs unevenly. Her eyes search the ground at her feet. My sister moved out here sometimes back. She sent me a letter. She seemed worried, but that's how she always is. This time, though, she asked me to come out, and that got me a little worried. I haven't seen her in ages. Been doing guide work in Zamtil, but I do anything for her. She's a much better woman than me, so I'm here and we'll see. Odoma I've worked with before. He doesn't usually drive a route this way, but he's doing it for me. Tell me about yourself. I've got simple needs. I like open skies and far horizons. I find work that lets me live that way. My family wanders too. We started in Deerwood, but my parents ended up in the living lands. I've got a brother in Rautai, and another in Adir. My sister in Gilded Vale, she's the only real homebody. I'm not much for history, but from what I know, it used to be part of the Adir Empire. Broke off after a war some years back. The locals here are feisty, and that's how they like it. I've been out of touch, but I've been hearing weird kind of things about it lately. People having trouble giving birth, I guess. A lot of them been going on for years, but somehow that's getting worse. With an uneasy tremor in her voice, she adds, I'll have to ask my sister more about it. You know, I wouldn't hold my breath that Sparfle's getting you water anytime soon. He does what he feels like, when he feels like it. We should check up on him first, slap him around a little. Stream's just down that way. Come on, let's get you water. Already gained 170 XP. Burned lady. Added to the stash. Hey, I already figured that out. What you're telling me. What am I doing? Journey to the Gilded Vale. I thought she said that we were gonna go find it ourselves. Okay. Guess we're just going to talk to that guy again. I thought it said, oh, water's just down here. Let's just go get it. Maybe we gotta go back here, talk to him, then go get our water. What? Wasn't he just... Oh, he's over by that tree.
No problem.
Where the hell did he go? He was by this tree, was he not? Okay, how do I put my camera back on? There we go. I was like, where the hell did he go? Broham was just right here, was he not? I see a body down there. That does make that actually fairly quick. Corpse is cold to the touch and a ripe smell waves from it, putrid waves. A dark, crusted bloodstain besmirches its simple linen of clothing. Oops, I didn't mean to do that. Inventory? Is the armor on? Hells yeah. So, what happened to bro? He was by the fucking tree, was he not?
What a surprise. Sparfle went hunting. At least he left.
You crouch at the riverbank and dip your water skin into the cool water while Calicia waits nearby. Keeping watch as you rise, you notice her look up sharply towards the tree line. You have gained an item quest. Full water skin added to the sash. Out of the tree emerges Sparfle, one of the guides barely discernible in the dim moonlight. He no longer carries his bow, and there is a strangeness to his gait. His stride wobbly as he moves towards you with labored breath.
Sparfle? Are you alright?
Sparfle's toe catches on a rock, and he collapses forward in a heap. The feathered shaft of an arrow planted between his shoulders like an enemy flag. Yo.
Ambush!
Holding right trigger opens the combat radial menu that gives you access to the selected character's abilities, spells, quick items, and weapon sets. How do we do that? I don't get that. Oh, I don't have a potion. I'm dead. Why does it keep pausing? I don't know how to use this. Oh, there it goes. Okay, I see how it works now.
Come on, we have to get back to camp.
Damn it, I shouldn't have bought it. I was so confused. I'm like, what is going on? So like you have to hit right trigger, then you hit X or A on the skill, then you hover over them, then you hit A again. Okay. Select a single party member. Yeah, we already told us that. And I can move forward with her, and then to move the entire party. Okay, I should have definitely tried that during the... Quickly target enemies by holding A and enemy with the left stick, releasing A. Then confirms your target, ordering your select. Oh damn. So okay, it's making sense. Oh shit. All around you lie the massacred remains of the other travelers, peppered with arrows and knife hilts, splayed and bug-eyed and filthy. Calicia puts the back of her left hand to her mouth as if to ward away some poisonous vapor. A handful of dark figures stands above the fallen, treading on limbs and backs and heads, jerking their axes from bodies as if from split logs. One of them, towering and severe, with a thick beard, tasseled with knots, and holds a wet blade at the neck of the man you recognize as Heoden, the last of your caravan left standing. Lay down your arms, trespasser. Do not forfeit this man's life. For a fight you will lose. Why have you done this? You have not trespassed. We merely wish to pass through. I don't know what they did. I didn't have anything to do with it. Murderers, you will pay for each life. You will try to kill us all either way. Why make it easy? You trespass in places of which no mortal man is worthy. You are trespassers and plunderers all, and we all see this outrage avenged. So I say again, lay down your arms. Might 14, requirement not met, perception 14. Damn, all I can do is athletics 1. Rush the man before he can react. I put down my weapons, we're all dead. The man drives his axe through head and spine. The body gives one convulsive twitch before dropping at his feet. Lifeless, the man raises his axe high as he begins to charge. Just the 2, yeah? Oh no, just the 1. I wish I could spin the camera. Damn, she hasn't taken any damage yet. I'm just missing. There he goes. Lit him on fire. Damn, dude, she's got nasty health regen. It's like they'll do 2 damage and then she'll just regain it before he can strike again. Your enemy lies supine on the ground, unable to rise. His companions now silent among the other dead. His breath comes in, wheezing, fitful gasp. He looks not at you, but at the sky above you. Forgive us. Barely audible beneath his choked sighs, a whisper of wind stirs the air. At this, the man's eyes roll back as he closes them. Good, good, the gods are just. A queer smile crosses his face. I am ready to what? Fucking psycho. The wind begins to swell, whipping around the camp, electric and volatile, upending pots and rattling tents like an angry spirit. You can feel it begin to seep beneath your skin, and where it pierces you, it feels as though it is rending you apart from within. Seated against a wagon wheel amidst the howling maelstrom, slashed across chest and bowel, Odoma's body stirs, and with great effort he raises his sagging head. His eyes barely open, he looks directly at you.
Get inside! Run!
What's going on? Shooting against a gale that threatens to pull you off your feet with every step. You set your hands in the worn folds of weathered rock and set about pulling yourself up to precipice? Up the precipice, sorry. With a last burst of energy before your arms give out, you swing yourself up onto the ledge. There's a deep resonance to the wind now. You feel it in the rocks beneath your feet and inside the cavity of your own chest, as though it would shake the marrow from your bones. Each new gust menaces the old stones before you, loosening connections, unsettling balances. As you dart beneath the old archway, the entire portal begins to fall beneath its own weight. Bro, okay, this is crazy.
That was... We should be dead. We can't stay here. There could be another collapse. We're not getting out that way anyway. Let's get further inside.
Already gained 858 XP. Escape the ruins. The lower level of the ruins has been blocked off by fallen rubble. There's some Adra. We level up? No, 625 out of 1,000. I thought so. We got like 1,200 XP. Damn. What? We must have, because now I have 115. Wait, what? So down there it says I have 40 HP. Here it says I have 113. I am lost and confused on that. What does she have? Oh, that's what she has.
We have to be careful in here. Place has been open to the wilds for a couple thousand years. Might be a lot of vermin taking shelter here. Four-legged if we're lucky. Two if not.
What happened out there? Windstorm of any kind, of a kind, they only get in air Glanfoth. Not too many people live through them, so it's hard to know what's true. The Glanfoth word is Biowak. To them, it's the gods' way of reaping the souls of the land that couldn't find their own way out, but they'll take a living soul as soon as a dead one. Still got yours?
We look for another way out. Storm has to die sometime.
Glanfothians, those would be the hut dwellers Odama warned you about. Look to be the fangs of Galawad, who are the twitchiest of the lot. They go ruin to ruin, looking for fights with colonists. Poor Odama. I think he half expected this once we lost the main road. I don't believe that Odama would never allow it, but as much as the fangs are hotheads, Glanfothians don't attack without being provoked. Either they saw something and got the wrong idea, or she glances down the passage beyond, or there's looters in here with us. That's not something we need right now. What about everyone else in our caravan? Calicia's lips press together and her chin rumples. Her voice is faint. The wheels got a hold of them now. She looks up. Gods grant them better luck in their next life. You don't seem too upset about all this. Calicia looks you in the eye, a volatile current running beneath her voice. Maybe you just don't know me enough to know what upset looks like. And maybe I've seen worse too. Seen worse and kept on walking because there's nothing else to be done. And because there's other people you care about who still need you. Alright, let's get going. So far, dude, I'm vibing. I'm vibing with it. I mean, yeah, like you gotta read a lot, but the lore is there. What the hell is this thing? Trembling, sickly creature emerges from the dark, clutching a spear. Knobby elbows and thin ribs show through its scaly flesh, but you recognize it as a Zarup. It watches you cautiously, breathing in ragged sighs. Raise your arms and stand still. It's okay, I won't hurt you. I'll tear you to pieces, lizard. So let's go check this way. I mean, the Zarups in Navald were bad. That doesn't tell us what they're like now. I mean, I would assume they're still bad guys. Piss off the Zara because we just stole all of his shit. I'm a rogue. It's what I do. Yeah, maybe I'll go like a little over an hour. I kind of want to fight it. Scouting mode. Pressing left stick enables scouting mode. It lets you move stealthily past enemies. Discover hidden objects.
Time to see and not be seen.
Tiles look suspicious. Be careful. Symbol of interwoven rings is inscribed on this pillar. When the brazier sits at its base, it could be lit. You got the means. Flame kindles swiftly in the brazier, winding your way upwards. So it looks like it unheated some of the symbols. So I gotta go through, light all the braziers, and then we could probably step on those. This is my guess. We technically get through right now. Relief gem. It's a quest?
Wait, do you hear that?
Bro, I'm gonna be saving so much because it's like, what is this? It doesn't tell me how much health he's got. Oh, straight after me. Scolder? Crack runs along this wall from floor to ceiling. A light gust of air passes through it. Push on the wall, use the hammer. Weaken the wall, leave. Let's leave for now. So there's gotta be... I don't know, do we want... Yeah, fuck it, let's just go this way. We just saved, that wasn't like it was a bad fight anyway. Despite the damage, the stone looks heavy and solid. Solid and heavy. Set to work, the crack lengthens. The cracks lengthen and widen with your efforts, but the process is more taxing than you'd expected. So it beats your forehead and your muscles begin to ache. Hold on. I would assume she's got strength, yeah? She's got 17 strength. Let's try it. Calosia pushes the wall. All her might, the crack begins to spread. Finally, the ancient masonry gives way. The wall crashes down, revealing a circular room ahead. She needed 16 might. She had 17.
Shh. Let's go! Oh,
Yeah, I'm probably gonna stick with like the rogue build. You know, look at the first strike with the range is really nice. So is this just gonna take us like around? I hear like a chest. If it's anything like Avowed, you could hear the chest.
My eyes are peeled. Quickly and quietly.
It's just, yeah. So we could have just probably walked on. Yeah. It's literally what lighting the braziers did, I think, to where I could just walk on those, or I could just go this way and go completely around them. I mean, it's still really early in the game, so like you would think they would give you more than one way to excuse me, more than one way to tackle stuff. Bats as large as chickens. Will that say bats as large as chickens are stuck in the web? Yo, that's crazy. A rapier? Got another dead traveler. A helm. I don't know, guys, like, so far I'm actually really liking this. Like, it's not, I mean, again, we're only an hour in. This is definitely a lengthy game, like, but from what I'm experiencing, like what I'm feeling, I could see giving this a playthrough. I could definitely see giving this a playthrough. Like, this is fun. I mean, obviously, you know, first hour, it's slow. Going through tutorials still learning the mechanics, but I like how it's got different ways to tackle stuff. I like how I honestly like how it's like essentially reading a freaking book. That's honestly not too bad. Oh shit, I didn't even see you. Black ooze. I bet that fire's gonna do some damage. Is that more Adra over there? Vicious and oily, this muck clings to everything it touches. What was that up there? A vicious slick of something dark and tar-like runs down this wall. The shapes and bulges in the ooze suggest that something lies beneath it, but you can't tell what. Use your water skin to clean off the ooze. You rinse the ooze away, revealing an intricate relief of a man's face. The sunburst surrounding it has chipped away in places, but the details of its head, from the tight curls of hair to the ridges of his pointed ears, still showcase remarkable craftsmanship. When eye socket is empty, a gem fills the other. You have lost an item full water skin. Place the gem in the eye socket. The chamber begins to rumble, stray rocks dancing across the tile floor. Finally, a large section of the walls give away. You have lost an item. Oh, that relief gem. It looks like it unlocked a shortcut or a hideaway. A little hidden zone. I wonder if I can shut that auto pause off. Like, getting into combat, I'd like to just go. Damn, she's actually getting kind of messed up. Hey, there we go. Is that it in here? I wonder what's going on with that Zarup though. Do we kill it? Dude, like, I'm actually kind of invested. Bro. Like, I actually kind of like want to go through and play more of this. Can we talk to it? The Zarup sniffs around your pack and noises excitedly at something. It steps back and points at your pack. Saliva. Oh, geez, dude, it's too late. Salivating, and holding its spear out to you. Give Scolder meat to the creature, raise your arm and stand still. It's okay, it won't hurt you. You produce a piece of Scolder meat from your pack and toss it onto the floor. The Zarup's nostrils flare at the scent of fresh meat and its eyes dart between you and the food. It creeps toward the prize, shoving the spear into your grip and snatching the meat with both hands at the last moment. Its gullet quivers as it devours the flesh in noisy chomps. Zarup continues to gnaw on knots of cartilage and tendon. Hunting bow, lockpicks. So we just fed it. That's basically it. Okay. So then what? It looks like we can head out towards the exit. Dude, it sounds like I'm missing something around here though. Like, I hear something like shiny. Like, that makes me think because of like Avowed. Every time you're near a chest, that's what you hear. You literally hear that exact same sound. It's like, oh, I'm definitely missing something. The exit. Is there a door over here? We looted in here. Yep. Okay. Let's leave this bitch, dude. Which, if I do any content on this, I'll probably just put this in as a part 1. And then kind of go from there. Older robed men, 4 figures, stand before an otherworldly apparatus, an ancient structure of chiseled agate and metallic veins, ominous and looming like a silent observer standing motionless in their midst. Is what appears to be a human body, colorless as stone or ash. The other figures gaze upon it in what might be contemplation. From your vantage point, you are well obscured from their view. The figure closest to the machine stands out among them. Thick gray beard frames a face otherwise hidden beneath a metallic mask. His faded robes are embroidered with a runic language unlike anything you have ever seen, and he wears a strange black headdress with 2 protrusions that jut out like the wings of some malevolent creature.
Oathbinder, bear witness, and see this man has kept his word true to his last breath, full to his blood's last drop. Guide his soul, queen that was, and regard it among your favored. Let his life by the key be his confession. Let his death by the key be his absolution. May he walk the world ever free of the crushing weight of the book. Your brother has done his part, and you have seen the power of his contribution. I will accept no further hesitation from the rest of you. In the sight of the queen that was, will you fulfill the oath? Will you take your place beside your brother in the endless esteem of her memory that is without flaw? Step forth and be assured of the great worth of your life's course.
Like, I definitely see this, like, if you're not into, like, story-rich games, I can see this not fitting your or you not liking it. I could see that, but I don't know. I'm a story guy. I like games like that. I like the lore. I like all that kind of stuff. But yeah, I mean, right where we're at, combat's a little slow, but again, we're only in like not even an hour and a half in, so I think it's gonna be worth giving it a chance. I definitely think it's. I mean, especially, you know, it's on Game Pass. I mean, I already bought it on Steam like way long ago because they had the first this one and Deadfire on sale for dirt cheap, so I grabbed them both. So I was like, oh, it kind of reminds me of like old style Baldur's Gate. Oh, you know, I might have to play it. For an instant, the apparatus goes quiet and the air is still. Then all at once, it erupts with a concussive surge. Light floods your vision and you are knocked to the ground. Your head snaps back as you land and pain wells into the back of your skull, washing your last thoughts away into a black, unconscious void. You open your eyes to a different place another time. You stand in a circular room, grand and domed. Its walls lined with Adra and trimmed with copper. The style is ancient, but the chamber is unweathered. At the far end of the great pillar of Adra pierces the floor from below, that shimmering texture giving the illusion of boundless depth. Encircling the pillar is an apparatus much like the one you had just seen, but immense and multifaceted and intertwined. Your thoughts are yours and not yours, and they seem to exist before you think, and they are all questions, pressing questions, troubling questions, questions that must be answered, or. At the base of the pillar now, you see a man with a thick gray beard and a ceremonial robe, crowned with a strange ornamental headdress. You know this man. You are walking towards him now at a pace that is hurried, while trying not to appear so. You have something you want to ask him, one question above all, and that question spins madly in your mind. Damn, it knocked both of us down. You awaken to find your malaise has broken, only to be replaced with something far more concerning. Faint whispers are audible at the edge of your hearing, like ringing in your ears that does not subside. Movement flits through your periphery, but when you turn to look, you can see no sign of whatever it was. You find your gaze regularly darting this way and that, an involuntary paranoid tic. If this is a sickness, it may be dangerous to go without treatment for long. The figures at the machine stand frozen in place, flesh and blood replaced by cinders and ash. The man who led them is nowhere to be seen. You find Calicia lying prostrate at a short distance away, blood pooled beneath her head. No breath escapes her lips. You are alone and far from help. Gilded Veil may be your best hope of receiving treatment before things get worse. No, we just lost No, bro! She died? Bro, she died? So 6. Lore represents characters accumulating miscellaneous knowledge and trivia, often of occult and esoteric topics outside of conversations and scripted interactions. Lore is used to activate scrolls. Higher lore values allow the character to use higher level scrolls. Ooh, let's get let's get survival bumped up a little bit. Receive healing multiplier, bonus movement. Mechanics disarm, difficulty 2 traps and mechanics. So I can do pick difficulty 2 locks. Pick difficulty 3 locks. Feel like I should get mechanics up to 3 then. Because then we can lockpick better stuff. Ooh, backstab. Dramatically increases damage done from stealth or invisibility. The rogue may use melee or ranged weapons, but must be within 2 meters of the target. Grants backstab passive, range 2 meters. Self plus 150% melee damage plus 150. Bro, backstab sounds so good. Or I could get stuff for the bow. Let's get backstab first. Dude, I can't believe she died. No. I don't like that. What the fuck killed her? Like, that's what I want to know. The explosion? Oh, she got a spear. Oh, it's because the guy gave us a spear. Duh.
Won't get far like this.
She naked. Bro, I honestly just want to keep playing this. Okay, well, I think that's gonna be a good. We got out of the tutorial thing. Yeah, dude, I'm gonna have to do I'm gonna have to do another I'm gonna have to do a playthrough of this. This is fun. Like, yeah, combat's a little slow. I'm hoping it picks up a little bit. I mean, it definitely seems like it's going to. We just got backstab, so we're gonna be able to do some more damage.
Time to see
And
not be
dude, I think it's gonna definitely be worth a playthrough. Whether I do a let's play on it or whether I do a stream series. Anyway, hope you all enjoyed. Went a little longer than I normally do for these, but this, I mean, we spent half an hour just creating the character, so, and going through all the backstory stuff, which I love. I love the backstory. Anyway, as always, stay tuned. We'll have this either as a stream series or as a let's play. Probably let's play. That's how lengthy it is. I will be able to get a lot more done during the let's play than a stream. So as always, though, may the force be with y'all, and I will see you in the next let's play series that we tackle.